Topic for today is marker gene. As we know that plant transformation is a low frequency event in many cases, so for the selection or screening of transformed cells from non-transformed ones, we need these marker genes. Marker genes help us in the selection of transformed cells, which can then further be regenerated, grown into plants, and then can be used for different procedures. Depending upon the nature of selection, marker genes can be divided into two types. First types are selectable marker genes and second type are reporter genes. These selectable marker genes help us to select the transformed cells based on the inclusion of antibiotic in the medium or inclusion of any toxic material like herbicide in the medium, whereas the screenable marker or reporter genes are helping us to screen or to select the transgenic plant based on the fluorescent or colorimetric assay, which are given by the action of these marker genes on the different substrate. Selectable marker is a gene whose expression will allow us to identify transgenic cells, and this is present in the vector. As the vector is containing the selectable marker and it is integrated into the genome of the plant, then it will help us to distinguish between these transformed cells because it is providing resistance to that plant against these otherwise toxic material to the growing plant like antibiotic or herbicide. The reporter marker gene is used to tag another gene or DNA sequence and it will help us to measure the amount of expression of the transformed gene as it will provide us a qualitative test basically a colorimetric test, for example, green fluorescent protein and the luciferase enzyme. Selectable marker gene. One of the constraints in plant transformation technique is obtaining of transformed plants with less frequency. So we have to be very sure in the selection of transformed cells as these transformed cells will be regenerated into the future transgenic plant. So it is indispensable to select transformed cells under cultural condition itself before the plant is transferred to the field condition. Selection here is based on the deployment of some selectable marker genes which accompany gene of interest in expression factors. Plant cells are highly sensitive to various toxic chemicals like antibiotics and herbicides, and these toxic chemicals are included in the culture medium. Normal plant cells which have not been transferred with the vectors having such transgenic such resistance genes will not be able to survive. Only transformed cells which are having the antibiotic resistance gene or this herbicide resistance gene will be able to survive and regenerate into plants due to the expression of this toxic resistance selectable marker gene. Whereas the non-transformed cells, in absence of marker genes, get killed by toxic chemicals which have been supplemented in the culture media. The use of any selectable marker has to be controlled closely with appropriate concentration being determined by different experiments. Some of these toxic substances, including the toxic media, are antibiotics, herbicides, and anti-metabolic compounds. Utility of selectable marker genes such as antibiotic resistance genes, herbicide tolerance genes, and several anti-metabolite genes are in common practice. Antibiotic resistance genes used as selectable markers are basically microbial in origin. E. coli bacterium contributes many of the antibiotic genes which are used for selection in plants. Antibiotics are toxic to plants by inhibiting protein synthesis, particularly in the cell organelles like chloroplast. Following are some of antibiotic resistance genes which are used to select transformed plants. First example is neomycin phosphotransferase. It is popularly known as NPT2 and it is the most widely chosen antibiotic resistance gene in plant transformation strategy. It confers resistance to the antibiotic kanamycin. Neomycin phosphotransferase is a derivative of TN5 transposon. Expression of NPT2 results in the degradation of variety of antibiotics including kanamycin, neomycin, and furomycin. In transformation strategy, the concentration of kanamycin is capped in between 0.1 to 0.5% to facilitate screening efficiency. High-level resistance to kanamycin was noticed in cereals. It is one of the significant use of NPT, that is neomycin phosphotransferase. Then second is pactinomycin phosphotransferase. Transposon like TN5 contributes to antibiotic resistance in SPT. Similarly, aminoglucoside adenine transferase gene is also being used to confer resistance to both streptomycin and pactinomycin. Transformed cells are able to differentiate based on color. That is, transformed cells are visible in green color in contrast to bleached non-transformed cells. Example third is hygromycin phosphotransferase. Usage of hygromycin phosphotransferase gene is the direct result of the development of alternative selective selectable marker in plant transformation. Hygromycin phosphotransferase is more powerful than kanamycin and it can kill non-transformed cells by blocking protein synthesis during selection process. Number 4 is gentamicin acetyltransferase. Expression of aminoglucoside N-acetyltransferase in transformed cells is able to degrade gentamicin antibiotic when included in the medium. Non-transformed cells are highly sensitive to the entry of this antibiotic in the cells. Second category of selectable marker genes is the herbicide resistance marker gene. First is the enzyme enol pyruvyl shikimate phosphate synthase (EPSPS). In plants, this enzyme enol pyruvyl shikimate phosphate synthase is indispensable for biosynthesis of aromatic amino acids like tyrosine, tryptophan, phenylalanine, etc. Several potential herbicides of various actions are employed to destruct weeds, of which glyphosate, a potential herbicide, is widely used to kill weed plants by inhibiting the enzyme EPSPS and thereby blocking aromatic amino acid production. In transformation selection technique using herbicide resistant marker genes is based on the introduction of mutant EPSPS gene. Expression of this mutant EPSPS gene in transformed tissue is able to survive glyphosate herbicide included in the culture medium. In contrast, non-transformed cells get killed by the inhibition of EPSPS by herbicide. Glyphosate herbicide. Glyphosate inhibits EPSPS enzyme, impeding the synthesis of aromatic amino acids. Second example is of BAR gene. BAR gene encodes phosphoinositide acetyltransferase, which inactivates herbicides like bilaphos. This is based on damaging of non-transformed tissues by including bilaphos herbicide in the culture medium. Bilaphos can kill plant cells by inactivating glutamine synthase. is its target enzyme, which is required to regulate nitrogen metabolism by delivering ammonia into amino acid production. Next herbicide resistance gene, which is used in selection of transformed cell, is bromoxynil nitrulase. BXN gene. Expression of this bacterial base marker gene BXN in plant tissue can alter the structure of herbicide bromoxynil. This potential herbicide is able to kill cells by interfering photosynthetic machinery. Therefore, selection is based on the herbicide resistance enzyme in transformed cells able to survive and continue to grow in presence of bromoxynil in the culture medium. Reporter genes, popularly known as forable genes, which make plant selection process easier due to their simple assay. Various reporter genes can be employed by assessing promoter activity or scored indicators of transformation. First example is of beta-glucuronidase. This is perhaps the most widely used reporter gene in plant transformation vectors. Its widespread acceptance is due to its many advantages over the previously existing marker gene. GUS can be assayed extremely sensitively using quick, easy, and non-radioactive method. It can be used to obtain both quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data gives us idea about the level of gene expression, whereas the qualitative data gives us idea about the localization of gene expression. There is also little or no endogenous activity in most plant tissues, with the possible exception of reproductive tissues. This is expression of GUS gene can be analyzed by immersing the tissue in a solution containing the substrate known as XGLUC, that is 5-bromo-4-chloro-3-indolyl beta-D-glucuronic acid. Incubation period is up to 24 hours and GUS activity is restricted to localized region in the tissue and can be visualized as blue spot. Clarity of GUS visualization can be achieved by treating the tissue with 70 to 100% alcohol. Transferring into alcohol removes chlorophyll pigments. Green colored chlorophyll pigments overmask blue spots within the tissue. These are the specimen of seedlings, flower and fruit and seed from a plant showing us the GUS expression. The parts which are showing blue color, that shows positive for GUS gene, and which are not having color, the parts which are not having color, they are showing us the negative activity of for GUS expression. Chloramphenicol acetyl transferase. Although it is widely used as a reporter gene in mammalian cells, the availability of GUS and GFP reporter system has generally limited the use of chloramphenicol acetyl transferase system in plants. Although it was the first bacteria gene to be expressed in the plants, some plant transformation vectors do, however, carry this reporter gene as it can be assayed very sensitively, but it requires a radioactive assay procedure. Opines, opine synthase. The genes for opine synthase are present in TI plasmid. Both octapine synthase (OCS) and nopalin synthase, that is NOS gene, are employed as reporter genes. Screening is based on the synthesis and accumulation of opine class of amino acid in transformed tissue. Their enzyme assay is performed by isolating the protein from the transformed tissue and then provided precursor like arginine, pyruvate, and NADH for octapine synthase and ketoglutarate. Next example is of luciferase. The firefly luciferase gene, that is LUC, it encodes an enzyme that catalyzes the oxidation of D-luciferin in an ATP-dependent fashion. This oxidation results in the emission of light. Highly sensitive assays, which are based on photomultipliers, luminometers, or film exposure, have been developed to detect the extremely rapid emission of light. Other assay systems are also available commercially. The Firefly luciferase gene is not a widely used marker gene as its gene product is difficult, but it is useful for the detection of low level or highly localized expression. The bacterial luciferase gene LUX-A and LUX-B from Vibrio harvey were found in a few plant transformation vectors. They catalyze the oxidation of long chain fatty aldehyde resulting in the emission of light. This is a plant which has been transformed with this Firefly luciferase gene. Green fluorescent protein GFP. Green fluorescent protein is widely used and it has rapidly becoming a very widely used reporter gene. It has the advantage that it is even easier to assay than GUS gene and the assay is non-destructive. This means that GFP can be used in situations where GUS cannot be used, for example, in screening primary transformants, in time course experiments, or for analyzing segregating small seedlings. The gene was isolated from the jellyfish Echoria victoria, which are brightly luminescent organelles. To work efficiently in plant, it has found that the GFP gene has been modified significantly in order to remove a cryptic intron and then to make the codon usage more plant-like and to prevent accumulation in the nucleoplasm. So these are the plant tissue which are showing the results of this green fluorescent protein which has been transformed into these plants. Thank you so much for listening carefully. Thank you.